Hi everyone, I'm Kirsten.
I'm Corinne. And I'm Anna.
And I'm Dia.
And we'd like to welcome you to our virtual Mommy Yoga. We are all current occupational therapy students at Kean University, and we wanted to create this yoga class so that we can have moms of older children, younger children come and kind of take a moment to themselves and be able to relax and really just focus on connecting their mind with their body.
We understand that being a mom has a lot of responsibility, so we felt that this yoga class would be important to incorporate into your routine, just to de-stress, really focus on your mental health. And this is also great to do virtually, so you can do this at home when you have a moment to just kind of focus on yourself.
Feel free to refer back to this video whenever you need it, and so you can have your time to yourself.
And with that being said, we have one of our peers, Gina, who's a certified yoga instructor, and she'll be leading the class.
So welcome, Gina. Yay.
Okay, hello, welcome everyone. As the group just said, you are all moms, and that role can make it really hard to prioritize yourself and your self-care. So this is a class for you to do just that. I'm going to guide you through a gentle vinyasa flow today to help loosen tight muscles, release tension, calm the nerves, and then also rebuild the pelvic floor and the abdominal muscles that have been put to work carrying a heavy baby over the past year or so. I want to remind you to remember to listen to your body. So don't push yourself past your limit. It's good to push yourself, but once you're at your edge, and that'll look and feel different for everyone, stop there and breathe through the discomfort. If you ever need a break, find a comfortable seat, lay down, or find child's pose and stay there until you're ready to continue. So we're going to start in corpse pose. So just lie down on your backs. I'm going to put the music. So just lie down on your backs and begin to deepen the breath and ground down. And close down the eyes. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose. And let your feet splay out to the sides. Maybe place one hand on the belly and one hand on the heart. Feel the belly rise on every inhale and fall on every exhale. As you inhale, contract the pelvic floor. And as you exhale, release the pelvic floor. Going to come up to a seated position, so roll up slowly. Sitting up with your legs out in front of you in staff pose. We're going to inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Look up and exhale, forward fold over the legs, connecting the thighs to the belly, the nose to the knees. You need to bend the knees to get a little deeper, do so. And take a few inhales and exhales here. On your way up, bring your legs in towards the body into butterfly position, so the soles of the feet to touch, knees splayed out wide. You can use the elbows to put some pressure down on the knees to open up the hips. put that pressure right back onto the elbows with the knees. You want to fold over your toes. Feel free to do so. If you're comfortable where you are, please stay there. We're going to come into cow face pose with our right leg. So bring the right leg in, stack the left leg on top of the right so that the knees are aligned. Bring the right arm up, left arm back behind you, bend at the elbows, and try to get the fingertips as close together as possible. This will help to reverse all the slouching we do throughout the day, whether that's driving, texting on the computer, or holding a heavy child. Breathe into the stretch. When you're ready, unravel the arms, uncross the legs, and we'll do it on the opposite side. So bring the left leg underneath the right leg. Again, keeping the knees aligned. This time lift the right arm up, the left arm back, bend, and try to get the fingertips as close together as possible. Feel the opening through the shoulders. Unravel and we'll find child's pose. So knees out wide, toes to touch behind you, sink the seat back into the heels. Stretch the arms out long in front of you and start to ground the forehead into the mat. Sinking deeper with every exhale. Take another breath here. And on your inhale, come up to sit on your knees. And I'll walk you through some neck cars or controlled articular rotations. So you're going to flex the neck, bringing the chin to the chest. Extend the neck, looking up, dropping the head back. One more time, flex. And extend. We're going to come back to neutral and we're going to rotate the neck towards the right shoulder, chin to right shoulder. Drop it back on an angle, extension. And drop it forward on an angle, flexion. Back to neutral, we'll move to the left side, rotate the chin to the left shoulder. Drop it back on an angle. Drop it forward. And come back to neutral. We're going to put all those movements together. So we're going to start with flexion. Rotate around to the right shoulder. Drop it back into extension. Over to the left shoulder. Down into flexion. And back to neutral. And we'll reverse it down into flexion. Over to the left shoulder. Drop it back to extension. Around over to the right shoulder. Flexion. And back to neutral. Go through some shoulder cars now. So elevation, shrug the shoulders into the ears. Depression, drop the shoulders down. Elevation and depression. We'll bring the arms up for protraction and retraction. Protraction and retraction. Interlace the fingers behind the back, straighten out the arms, open up the shoulders, and then start to bow forward, lifting the arms up above head. And breathe. When you're ready, come to a tabletop position or all fours. Start to wiggle the hips here. Shifting the weight from one leg to the opposite. Maybe forward and back on the wrists. Maybe bending at the elbows. Whatever feels good for you. Move through some cat cows. So on the cat, you're gonna exhale, chin to chest, round the back, flex the spine, and look towards the belly button. On the exhale, you're gonna drop the belly for cow, look up, extending the spine. Inhale for cat, round the back. And exhale for cow. Move through a few more of these at your own pace. Inhaling for cow and exhaling for cat. We'll step the feet back into a plank position. Pushing up through the hands. Tap the right knee to touch the mat. Now the left knee. Tap the right. And then left. Then push back into our first down dog of the class. Pedal out the feet here. Again, sway your hips from side to side. Find whatever movement feels good to you. And find stillness. You're gonna lift that right leg high. Step it through the hands at the top of the mat. Drop the back left knee. Come into a low lunge. Bring your hands to your thigh. Bending deep into the front leg. Feeling the stretch in the left hip. Shift the weight back into a runner's lunge. So straighten the right leg. Flex the toes. And bend over the leg. Come back through your low lunge. So get back to your down dog position. And again, pedal out the feet here. You're gonna lift the left leg. Step it through the top of the mat for a low lunge, dropping the back leg. Bring our hands up onto our thigh. Again, for a stretch on the opposite side. Shift back into a runner's lunge, straightening that front leg. Come back through your low lunge and step that foot back to a down dog. From here, we're going to slowly walk our hands back towards our feet, trying to keep the legs as straight as possible until we're at a forward fold at the back of the mat. In your forward fold, you want your belly to touch the thighs, nose towards the knees, feet to bend at the knees. Grab opposite elbows, drop the head and let it hang here in ragdoll position. You can sway your hips right to left. Shake your head yes. And shake your head no. And slowly walk your hands back out into a down dog. We're going to walk the opposite way. We're tiptoeing the feet to the hands at the top of the mat now. Keeping your legs as straight as possible, with your hands grounded into the mat until you need to bend. And fold at the top of the mat. Slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, we're going to roll our way up to a standing position, mountain pose, making sure the head's the last thing to come up. Your arms out to either side of you, palms facing forward. Close down the eyes here. Take 2 inhales and 2 exhales. We're going to move into a warrior one, so lifting the right leg, stepping it back behind you, planting the foot at a 45-degree angle, and bending into that front left knee. Reach the arms up overhead. Warrior two, pivot that back foot so that it's parallel with the back of the mat. Open the arms out to a T. The gaze should be over your front fingertips. Keeping that bend in the front knee, maybe sinking a little deeper. Triangle pose, straighten that front leg. Reach forward with those fingertips and then start to fall forward. Hinging at the hips. Come back up through warrior two. Shift back to warrior one. Drop the hands down. Step the foot back into a plank position. We're going to come down through chaturanga, so knees, chest, and chin touching the mat. Come through baby cobra. So everything is grounded into the mat, except the chest, neck, and head. Curl the toes, come back into your down dog position. You can pedal it out here. Walk your feet back up towards the top of the mat. And slowly roll back up into a mountain pose. We're going to do the same sequence on the left side. So lift that left leg, shoot it back into a warrior one position. Foot on a 45-degree angle, arms reach up. Bending into that front knee. Shifting into warrior two, back foot parallel with the back of the mat, arms out to a T. Gaze is over those right fingertips. We'll move into triangle pose, so straighten that front leg. Shift the weight forward and hinge at the hips. And move back through warrior two, warrior one. Drop the hands down, step the foot back into a plank position. Chaturanga, knees, chest, chin. Shimmy through to baby cobra. Curl the toes, find downward facing dog. We're going to come back to the top of the mat by walking the feet slowly towards the hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. And then find chair position. Sinking back into your seat, bending at the knees. Arms lift up. You should still be able to see your toes, so if your knees are coming out past your toes, shift the weight back into the seat more. Hold it. And then come on up to standing pose. We're going to do tree pose, so lift the right knee up. And gently place it on the thigh, if that's available to you, or down on the shin, or even like a kickstand on the ankle. Whatever you do, you don't want the foot on the knee. Once you're balanced and stable, you're going to lift the arms up overhead to grow your branches. And breathe. From this position, we're going to shoot back to warrior three. So bring your hands to prayer position. Keep this right leg lifted and shoot it back behind you. And then slowly dropping it down to the mat. High lunge. We're going to come into a wide-legged forward fold. So pivot the toes towards the side wall and fold. You might want to pivot some weight in the right and to the left. Reach towards your ankles. Reach through your legs. You have options here, so whatever feels best for you. We'll pivot the toes back forward, bending into that front leg, back to high lunge. Step that back leg to the top of the mat for mountain pose. Close your eyes and take 2 breaths here, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose. Come back down into chair pose. Another time. Sinking into your seat. Thighs touching. Maybe lift the toes up off the floor. Come on up for tree pose on the left side. Lift the left leg. Rest it on the thigh. Maybe the shin or the ankle. When you're there, reach your arms up overhead. Bring your hands back to heart center. Lift up this left leg and shoot it back for warrior 3. Slowly and with control, drop that back leg down. Ground the foot into the mat for high lunge, bending into that front knee. Pivot the toes to the opposite side wall for wide-legged forward fold. And fold over. Shifting the weight from side to side. Pivot the toes back forward, finding your high lunge. And then step that back foot, meet the front at the top of the mat. We'll run through Surya Namaskar A, Sun Salutation A. So inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step the foot back for a low lunge. Left foot meets right, down dog. Inhale to plank, chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale that right leg up high. Step it through the top of the mat. Left foot meets the right. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look up, reach up, upward salute. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step that left foot back, low lunge. Right foot meets the left to the back of the mat. Plank, down dog. Plank, chaturanga. Cobra. Downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up high. Step it through the top of the mat, low lunge. Right foot meets left, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look up, reach up, upward salute. Do that one more time on both sides. So forward fold here. Step the right foot back, low lunge. Left meets right. Downward facing dog. Plank, inhale. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, baby cobra or full cobra this time. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift the right leg up. Step it through the top of the mat. Left meets right, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look up, reach up, upward salute. Exhale, forward fold. Step the left leg back. Right, meet left, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Cobra. Downward facing dog. Lift that right leg, or left leg up. Step it through to the top of the mat. Right leg meets left, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up, look up. And sink your seat back into your chair. Make your way back up to standing mountain pose. Take a big exhale here. Catch your breath. Slow it down, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose. When you're ready, come onto the tippy toes. Bring your hands to heart center, and we're going to slowly lower down to the floor. Staying on our tippy toes, moving as slowly as possible until we reach the lowest we can go. Use your hands to sit back on the seat and come into a boat pose. So we're going to lift our legs, lift our arms. You can keep the knees bent, or you can choose to extend. Hold it here. And lower down. We'll come into pigeon pose. So we're going to bring our right leg in front of us, our left leg behind us. Front leg should be parallel with the front of the mat. Lift up on your hands. Inhale. And then exhale, forward fold over that front leg. You can come down onto your forearms. You could stay up. Or you can come all the way down, resting your forehead into the mat. We're going to hold here for a little bit. you're folded over, slowly start to walk yourself back up. Bring the back leg around the front of the mat. We're gonna do pigeon on the opposite side. This time the left leg or the opposite leg is parallel with the top of the mat. Right leg's extended up behind you. Walk yourself up, look up, inhale. And then exhale, fold over that front leg. Whatever you do on one side, you want to do on the other. Slowly start to walk yourself back up. Time grounding the palms, stepping this leg back into a downward facing dog. Will be our last down dog. Child's pose, so bring the legs out, knees out to the edges of the mat, the toes to touch, sink the seat back into the heels. Walk the hands out long in front of you and ground the forehead into the mat. We're going to thread the needle, so bring the right arm up, twisting, thread it underneath that left armpit, resting the shoulder onto the mat, reaching the left arm out long in front. The right cheek can rest on the mat. Feel the stretch through that shoulder. Come out the same way you came in. Reach that right arm up and plant it back down. Do the same thing on the left side. Reach that left arm up, around and under the armpit. Back to center. Swing the legs around. Move through two bridge poses. So we're going to plant the feet down, pull onto our back. Make sure you can touch the back of your heels with your fingertips. We're going to slowly roll our way up into a bridge position. Making sure not to crunch the neck at all. Lifting through our glutes, the backs of our thighs. And then slowly lower it back down. We'll do that one more time. Lifting up. Maybe coming onto our shoulders, interlacing our fingers behind our backs to get a little higher. Hold it here. And come out the same way you came in. Come off the shoulders and walk the fingers and roll your way down. If you have a wall near you, you can do legs up the wall. So coming to a wall, and making an L shape with your body against the wall. This is great for circulation, helps to relieve any tension in the back, in the legs, feet, and help with symptoms of anxiety, calm the nerves. If you don't have a wall, you can do it wherever you are by just lifting the legs up, making an L shape with your body. Hold it here. Remembering to breathe. When you're ready, you can lower the legs. We'll meet in Shavasana. Extending the legs out long. Resting the arms by the sides. Palms up or the palms down. Or one of each. And let go of any control over the breath. Let go of any tension you might be holding anywhere in your body, in the face. Take a few deep inhales and exhales. Maybe exhale out through the mouth a couple of times. As you're lying down here, notice your breath moving in and out of your body. Let your breath follow its natural cycle. Don't try to control it or send it towards any specific part of the body. Just be aware of how naturally it occurs. With each inhalation, experience a sense of expansion, sense of openness in the body. And with each exhalation, a feeling of relaxation and peacefulness. Every time you exhale, let go of any tension in your muscles. Slowly begin. Bring awareness back to the body. Wiggling the toes and the fingers. Circling the ankles and the wrists. Bend at the elbows and the knees. Roll yourself over to a comfortable side. Start to bring yourself back up into a seated position, keeping the eyes closed. Resting the hands on the knees. Thank yourself for coming to class today, taking the time out for some self-care. You deserve it. You feel free to come back to this class at any point. You're feeling like you need a stretch, a moment of peace. I hope you got something out of it. And thank you for practicing with me. And then the group that began will come back to close out today. So thank you.
Hi, everyone. Thank you again so much for coming today. We want to say thank you again to Gina,
Thank you, Gina.
our very special friend who helped us out today and led that wonderful class for you guys.
We hope that you were able to experience some relaxation by watching this video. And we hope that the benefits of yoga, how it can be beneficial to not only the mind, but the body as well. And we hope that you're able to come back and take the time for yourself, rewatch this video whenever you feel like you have to wind down. And we just hope that you enjoyed it.
Thank you so much for participating and following along, and we hope that this can be a resource for you guys.
We also just want to say thank you to our fellow classmate, Lauren Walker, who was also here with us today virtually, as she could not attend in person, but she was a big factor in helping put this together. So we want to say thank you to her as well. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.